Welcome to episode 25, where we dive into the complexities of stress. Many of us wish we could lead a stress-free life. When we're feeling overwhelmed, it's only natural to dream of a day, or even an entire life, without stress. However, research reveals that completely avoiding stress can cost us more than we realize. In our culture today, we're constantly told that stress is bad, and we should do everything we can to get rid of it. We buy self-help books on stress reduction and celebrate the idea of zero stress as the ideal way to live. However, this desire to eliminate stress from our lives comes with a big price tag. Studies have found that people who actively try to avoid stress often end up experiencing more problems in their lives. For example, a 10-year study by the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs found that participants who tried hardest to avoid stress were more likely to become depressed, have conflicts at work and home, and face negative life events like losing their job or getting divorced. This suggests that it's not actually the stress itself that causes these problems. It's the stress avoidance. Psychologists call this the stress generation effect. When we structure our lives around avoiding stress, we start to withdraw from challenging situations that could help us grow. This can lead to isolation, as meaningful relationships often involve navigating stressful things together. As our world shrinks, we actually become more vulnerable to the very stress we were trying to escape, leading us to rely even more on unhealthy coping mechanisms. One study of Japanese university students found that those most focused on avoiding stress ended up feeling less connected to others over time. Another study showed that students most committed to stress avoidance were the ones who suffered the biggest drops in concentration, energy, and self-control during stressful exam periods. So our attempts to shield ourselves from stress may actually be weakening our resilience. When we look back on our lives, the moments we remember as most meaningful are rarely the stress-free ones. Graduating, starting a career, getting married, having children, pursuing a passion. These significant experiences all involve major stress. By trying to eliminate stress entirely, we risk eliminating the very things that give our lives depth and purpose. Psychologists point out that the direct pursuit of comfort and the avoidance of all pain or difficulty often results in lives that feel empty and lack true meaning and community. So the solution isn't to seek out stress unnecessarily, but to shift our mindset about it. Instead of viewing stress as the enemy, we can start to see it as a natural part of a life well lived. The stress of public speaking could mean we're pushing past our limits. The stress of relationship problems could signal we're doing the important work of maintaining close bonds. The stress of learning new skills could indicate we're growing and evolving as a person. When we reflect on our lives, the days we cherish most aren't usually the totally stress-free ones. They're the ones where we faced challenges, worked hard, and emerged stronger. The promotion we earned, the relationship we fought for, the creative project we struggled to complete. These stressful experiences are what make up a life of meaning and depth. So the cost of avoiding stress isn't just measured in missed opportunities or diminished achievements. It's also the depth of experience, the meaningful connections, and the personal growth we sacrifice in our quest for comfort. In our well-intentioned efforts to create lives free of stress, we risk creating lives that feel empty and unfulfilled instead. The path forward isn't to blindly embrace every stressful situation, but it is to thoughtfully consider whether the stress we're avoiding might actually be tied to something truly important. By accepting that stress is a natural part of a meaningful life, we free ourselves to pursue what matters most, even when, and perhaps especially when, it isn't easy.